Coming up on Sunday, it is the Great Food Truck Race, hitting historic Route 66, the culinary road trip of a lifetime, filled with unforgettable food, roadside attractions, and challenges. That is right, hosted by Tyler Florence. The series begins its sixth season, coming up Sunday night at 9 o'clock. We are thrilled to have two of the competitors from one of the teams that will be competing this year. A lot to get into. It's the Pho Nominal Dumplings from Raleigh. Sophia. Hello, Sophia.
Hi, how's everyone?
And Sunny joining us. Hello, Sunny.
Hello.
How are you all?
Wonderful. Early. Waking up.
What are you said this is early, so what are the hours on a food truck that would keep you?
I mean, we wake up pretty early, just not at 6 o'clock.
Unless you're a breakfast truck.
Unless you're a breakfast truck. We get ready for lunch, and that's usually our daily routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into this whole thing here. You all are participating in this season's sixth season, and we'll talk a little bit about the first episode because I think that's as far as they'll let you talk. So, but how, you guys are a functional. Sophia, like daily in and out food truck. I mean, this is your deal. This is what you guys are doing now.
Absolutely. So we've been on the road for a little over a year now, since the end of April of 2014. We got started actually with the help of the community through a Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
Raised some funding, got a truck together. We built it from the ground up, and we've been rolling around since 2014. So really just over a year before we actually got invited onto the show. We're
talking to the Pho Nominal Dumplings. What was the old truck's name, or can you say that? Can you not say that, Sonny, or can you say that? Because you guys should have been around a year, and then.
So our specialties are dumplings and pho. Pho is a Vietnamese beef noodle soup. So we decided to have a little pun on, with puns.
Yeah.
And we call it the Dump Pho King Truck.
This is easier to say. Phenomenal Dumplings is slightly easier to say.
The old name was easy to say, but it just had a little,
a lot of syllables
to it.
Yeah, a little nuance to it.
Wow.
So, but you guys changed the name for the TV show in a sense, right? Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We went in a more family-friendly direction.
Oh, is that okay? I got
with
you.
the name,
yeah, I got you.
and worked with the network on it. And sorry to all the Kickstarter fans who helped us along the way because they love the name of the truck.
But that's what you guys are known by now as Phenomenal Dumplings,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So I mean, if there's a food like the food truck rodeo recently, as I'm knocking things down at the studio here, if people see that's you guys at the various events, how far do you all travel around? This trip notwithstanding, in the area, you guys just kind of stay around the triangle, don't you? Pretty much.
Yeah, we stay around the triangle. We travel from like 30 to 45 miles. I think Creedmoor was as far as we went before.
But the concept of these food trucks and food truck rodeos are popular enough. You really don't have to go real far necessarily.
There's a lot of demand right now in the triangle for food trucks.
Yeah.
And whether it's lunch, whether it's dinner, breweries, festivals, we have our plate pretty full with events.
Yeah. Why do you think everybody's excited about that concept? I'm a little suspect on the concept. This is just me speaking. I'm a little scared of the concept. But why do you think, Sophia, it's so popular?
I think our fans are really great, and they, especially in this area, we're coming up as a foodie scene.
Yeah.
And I think what's really exciting about a food truck is that we'll come to you. Crowd-wise, we'll come to any event that you're at. We'll come to a place that doesn't serve food normally, but you want to hang out. I mean, sometimes the only time I leave a bar is because I'm hungry. So if you've got a food truck there, that's even better. But on top of that, people are... Sonny and I are foodies, not in the sense that we think food needs to be fancy or anything like that.
Right. You just like food.
Right. We respect the food and we respect the culture that comes behind the food.
Right.
And I think that you can do that in a really interesting and sort of low maintenance, cost efficient way out of a truck. And people constantly seem surprised and really excited to find fantastic food from a truck.
We're talking to Sophia and Sonny. They are part of the Pho Nominal Dumplings, and they'll be participating in the Great Food Truck Race that comes with its sixth season to Food Network this Sunday night at 9 o'clock. There are other, I guess, food trucks you're competing against, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. There's also a third member, allegedly. I don't see the third member here in the studio here today. And was she brought on for TV's sake, or is she kind of like a contributing member? She's kind of a character, isn't she?
Well, so Sophia, Becca, who is the third person, mysterious person, and we all met.
Becca is her name?
Becca.
Okay.
We all met in high school.
You guys are from here, right? I mean, you've traveled around, Sonny, but I mean, you for the most part, you guys kind of grew up in the Triangle and have roots here, especially Sophia does, right?
For the most part, we were all from North Carolina. Maybe not from the Triangle.
Proud North Carolinians.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I lived in High Point.
Okay. Yeah,
And then Becca is from, I think, Oriental.
Oh, wow.
Out in the...
out in the eastern part. Yeah, near the ocean, yeah.
So we all met in high school, and so Becca and I kept in touch, and we lived on the same hall. We went to a residential high school, and then we lived on the same hall, and then Sophia and I became better friends after high school, actually.
Right.
And then I'm actually Becca's 2-year-old godmother. So Becca's child is my goddaughter.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, and she, like Sophia always says, that she's the craziest one out of all of us.
Right.
To leave her 2-year-old child and her full-time job
and
to
go on this
go on this really crazy trip with us.
So she has, if you will, like a day job, but it's still kind of a part of this. You two, this is like the deal for you two. I mean, this is
Absolutely.
your. What blows my mind is that you left sort of like pretty good normal jobs to venture into the world of essentially running a restaurant on wheels with this food truck. Sonny, why on earth would you do this?
Well, I think the reason why we had the I want to say courage, but the will to like jump into this head first, because both Sophia and I wanted an avenue to connect with the community, especially with the first place I ever really called home, because I've moved a lot over because of my parents' job, and I finally got to pick one place and settle down called Raleigh home.
Yeah.
And this just seemed like a perfect avenue to, connect with the community. And we came up with a funny name in the beginning, and the idea kind of rolled from there.
Yeah. Can I ask, do you mind saying what you did before you got into all of this and all that?
So I went to NC State and studied biomedical engineering, and during school I co-opted and interned as an engineer. And after school, I still did part-time engineering on the side.
Okay.
But during the end of college, I transitioned. I was exploring different career options.
Well, you wanted to you were saving up money to travel, basically.
Yeah, so because I wanted to get into global health, and actually started working with the NC State Global Health Initiative. But then, so I started bartending and started having a bunch of part-time jobs just to save up money to go abroad.
And then you dump it in a truck.
And I dump it all in this fail-safe.
And Sophia, you were doing, you had like a day job, if you will, too, didn't you?
I did. So I went to Carolina for undergrad and grad school, got a degree in accounting, and worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers for 2.5 years. And it came to a point where I'd always wanted to own my own business.
Yeah.
I think both Sonny and I had a little bit of an entrepreneurial bug the whole time. Maybe we didn't, have a name for it and really realize it before. But it got to the point where I think logistically speaking, didn't have a family yet, had some money saved up. It seemed like a great time to be a little risky, and had a partner in Sonny. I finally convinced her into because it was like casually mentioning it to Sonny a couple of times, and sort of egging her on a little bit before she finally said yes.
I think we still have the text where I texted her in like the middle, and I was like, "Let's do this. Let's do it."
But that's the way. If you're gonna be successful, you need to jump in. Obviously, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out type of thing. I guess.
Yep.
Sophia and Sonny, the Great Food Truck Race. It hits historic Route 66, And it'll premiere the 6th season of this, the Great Food Truck Race. Will premiere on Food Network Sunday at 9 o'clock. And, there are teams, other food trucks, Brooklyn, New York, Southern California, Los Angeles. There's 2 different Southern California teams in there. Phoenix, Dallas, Provo, Utah, and then Raleigh. This is not a race in that you're taking the trucks and racing to be the first one there, although I think that would be a fantastic idea
It would be a disaster.
for a series. But you're going to different parts along Route 66, and it's a cash race basically at that point, is it not? Do I have that right? Whoever sells the most food is the winner of that particular Challenger episode. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So all the trucks or the trucks participating during the week.
Where did you start? Where do you guys start in episode 1?
We start at the Santa Monica Pier.
So you start west and work your way east.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
The
So
show
you're
kind of
already a
always
road
does that.
team, in a sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't have that home court advantage to start off with.
You did start at, yeah, wow, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, so you go to every city and you try to outsell all the other trucks every city you go to.
Mm-hmm.
There's challenges, there's little bumps along the way, there's all kinds of things that happen. Life happens along the way to us
Yeah.
and the rest of the teams. And you try to find the best spot that you can possibly park in, and you just sell as much as you can. And you know that all the other teams are doing the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
So, and then, elimination happens and
Oh, so you get eliminated from this as it goes
Yeah,
along.
whoever has the least sales at the end of the week
done.
goes home.
Wow, okay. So the first episode, what happens in the first episode, Sonny? Because I know there's only so much that you all can talk. Oh, you can't talk about the first episode, or
no,
can
I
you?
think this
spoil it.
the first episode we go to Lake Havasu.
Okay.
I think that's what's on, and in Lake Havasu, and
By the way, Sophia was waving her off there.
We signed a very long contract.
But
I can't tell you what happened.
Yeah, well, just tell us what you can about the first episode.
So, we start in the Santa Monica Pier. We travel to Lake Havasu that same week, and it's our first taste of the Great Food Truck Race.
Right.
And it's stressful.
Yeah.
But I think I can say that for everybody.
Now, are you sort of doing this against a clock? It's not like an all day thing, or do you have a certain period of time in which you sell your product, and that's part of the challenge, I guess? Does that make sense?
Yeah, everybody has a set amount of time.
Okay, so
to
it's a
sell.
race against the clock. It's
Yeah.
how much you could sell.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Okay. But do you have to prepare it and sell it within that? So you prepare it ahead of time?
Yes. So the faster you prepare and the faster you get open,
Right.
that's more time for you to sell.
What's the
race in
time
that
period, or
sense.
did it vary from like time to time? And all
It
that?
varies.
It varies.
And it varies. Like your prep time is pretty much how long it takes for you to prep your own food.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is serving the same thing. The GD Bros have burgers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we obviously have Asian fusion. The waffle truck has waffle love.
Yeah.
So there's different trucks had different prep times. Doesn't really take much time to make a burger. Sorry, GD Bros.
Look at that. That was a slight. That was Sunny throwing out a slight. Sophia waving her off.
They know we love them.
And did you guys try anything from anybody? I mean, do you sample the other people's foods, or?
So at the end of competition days, if there was any leftover food, we definitely shared with the other trucks. But sometimes that just doesn't happen, and you're busy.
Was there
and things
anything
like
you
that.
particularly liked that you sampled from these other trucks, or maybe you didn't like that you thought you would
Waffle
like?
love.
Yeah, I have
Waffle
to say
love
those waffles.
from Provo, Utah.
Really?
If you're ever there, oh my God, it will change your life.
Really?
It really will change your life. Their waffles are so good.
I got a little bit of a waffle on my phone, and without even thinking about it, without hesitation, I immediately licked my phone.
Oh my gosh!
That is how good their waffles are. I'm not even embarrassed to say that.
Wow.
It is so. They make their own whipped cream, and it just tastes like ice cream.
I am rarely at a loss for words, and I am at a loss for words right now.
It's a waffle. It's a waffle. You're like.
So these are like big Belgium kind of
Big
origins.
They're
Belgium.
Yeah.
liege waffles.
Now, were people excited about your all's food on the other challengers? Did they really dig your guys what you guys were making, or?
I think the other challenge.
The other trucks, like when they would sample your all's food.
I think so.
Yeah.
We had to improvise a couple of weeks. Shit.
Edit that.
Yes, we can edit that out. That's
Yes. It was, yes, they liked our food. I mean,
Yeah.
our food is different from every other, but there wasn't really two trucks in the competition that had the same kind of food.
Yeah, right.
So it was always good to get that variety.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you could, yeah. So you guys are making the same thing, though, for the most part. Well, that may get into too much what's
We
going
have
on.
dumplings
Okay.
because I mean that's.
But so they don't come and say, okay, now you have to make something that's totally not what you make or anything like that. Yeah.
They do that
do
occasionally.
that.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, it's part of the reality.
It's
of
on the Food Network.
It's on the Food Network. Yeah, they want to challenge you. They want to see your skills in the kitchen.
All right. We can only say so much about this. So this is fantastic. It's the Great Food Truck Race, Food Network, and it's coming to Food Network on Sunday night at 9 o'clock. We have a North Carolina participant from right here in Raleigh, Pho Nominal Dumplings. Sophia, Sunny, and their imaginary friend Becca will be participating. Does Becca, is she the dramatic one? Let's dish a little.
Oh.
Yeah?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they would vote that Sunny.
Well, here's what I was going to say to you, Sophia. Mm-hmm. When you all came in here this morning, Sunny was very quiet and still not awake yet. And now that she's coffeeed up and warmed up, and she gets very, I think there's a lot of drama she brings to the table. No offense.
Sunny is, and the best word to describe Sunny, I think, is animated. It doesn't matter where she is. Absolutely.
Charismatic, yes.
I'm the face of the
Charismatically
truck.
animated. She doesn't care, where we are,
Right.
what we're doing. She will let you know exactly how she's feeling.
And you two cook, right? You
Yes,
two cook
both of
and
us
drive the truck.
Sunny drives the truck.
You drive the truck. Is it like an old
Is it?
delivery truck or like
It's
UPS
an old
type
FedEx truck. Yes,
Yeah.
an old FedEx truck, and it is diesel and it is manual.
Oh wow. Gosh.
So I'm like the only person that knows how to drive.
So when it's hot, it's hot, and when it's cold, it's cold. There's no in between.
yeah.
In the yeah. Okay. This is fantastic, and perhaps we can have. How many episodes is this?
The season runs 6 episodes.
6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll see what happens, and maybe before the 6th episode, we'll have you all back in. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Absolutely. I hope everyone watches.
Yes, everyone should. We will be rooting for you guys. I'm going to watch this. I'm excited. After meeting you guys are fantastic. So it is the Great Food Truck Race. It comes to Food Network on the 23rd, Sunday, 9 o'clock. And North Carolina's own Pho Nominal Dumplings, Raleigh's own Pho Nominal Dumplings will be in it. Sophia and Sunny. It was great to have you guys in studio. Thanks for being in with us.
Thank you for
so
having
much.
us.